Something that's been on my mind a lot lately is, and I don't know if you've heard of it, a lot of people are talking about the K-shaped economy. And why it's been on my mind so much lately is obviously there are a lot of people in our society that are hurting financially with inflation and so on and so forth. But that K-shaped economy, the reason why people are using the letter K to describe that is because there are a lot of people that are doing just fine. The upward sloping portion of that K. And then there are other people in our society that are really struggling. That's kind of the downward sloping portion of the K. And it's the tale of two cities, if you will. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. But why it's been on my mind is because I've been thinking about it in terms of my kids. And we have a college student and a high schooler still at home with us. And I can't help but think about them and this dynamic of the K-shaped economy that I really don't see changing anytime soon. And it makes me think about my kids in the sense of they get through college, they get out of college and hopefully go find a good job. But the K-shaped economy has been good for those who own assets like stocks, savings accounts, houses, real estate, what have you. But for the people that have not been owning assets, it's been a whole lot more difficult. And my kids are going to start out as people who don't own assets fresh out of college. And it's just becoming more and more difficult for young folks to get started and established. And I can't help but think that my wife's and I's decisions around our finances, around our assets, around our health care, around our spending could impact our kids either positively or negatively as to whether or not we can assist them in hopefully getting off of the downward sloping portion of that K into the upward sloping portion of that K. If this is something that's on your mind as well, a concern that you have for your kids and a reality that you also see present, I'd love to have a conversation with you around that and maybe work with you to better your family situation.